Yo. I don't think that worked. Hello. I feel like playing piano. I'm gonna move over. See if this works. Yo. This should work. But if it doesn't, let me Well, it's 7:30 on a Wednesday. The regular crowd logs in. There's a like button right in front of me. Hey, what's up, Brian? Happy New Year. And a subscribe. That's something. I still need to write the lyrics for the official Bridges live stream intro. Please let me know if you have ideas. Oh, sing us a song, you're the streaming man. Sing us a song tonight, 'cause we're all in the mood for a silly stream. And you got us hitting the like. I should write that down. At least that last line. I like the last line. And you got us hitting the like. 'Cause we're all in the mood for a silly stream. And you got us hitting the like. That could work. That could work. Yeah. I'm gonna work on that. Hopefully get a nice solid anthem that we can start every stream with. I just need some good parody lyrics, and I need help. So please put your suggestions in the comments. But yeah, how's everyone doing? I'm feeling down, but hopefully that won't affect my life too much. I don't know. I know we've all been there. You feel down sometimes, but you try and put on a good show. Oh. I just turned up the gain. Let me know if that worked, if that helped. I'm also going to try and bring it a little closer to my mouth. What up, Arushi? Happy Wednesday, everyone. It's the 12th. We're almost 2 weeks into the new year, which is fun. And by fun, I mean weird. I've written a single song. No, never mind. I was gonna say I haven't written any Bridges songs. I don't think this year, which is a shame. I need to write more. I've been working too much on production, I think. But the production I have been working on, I do think there's some really cool stuff. Hopefully. But I really should be writing more, to be honest. If I'm honest with myself. Let me know if my mic is louder. I don't see any comments. Or if it could still be louder. If the piano is overpowering it, then that's not ideal. Can't see the level. Yeah! Oh, I should turn it up. Yeah! Okay, that's too loud now. Yeah! Yeah! Hopefully that's a little better. New music coming out. Okay, I'll turn it louder even more. Yeah. That should be better. Now there is a delay, so this might be like way too loud now. But new music, I don't know when my next songs will be coming out. I've got 10 that are pretty much done, but they're all the lowercase ones. Like I don't have any new bops, which is like stressful for me because I really love doing bops. But yeah, I have not been making new bops, which makes me wonder. I don't know. I think probably most artists would relate. Crazy noise outside. It's like very easy to be very melodramatic and about things. And so like in my mind I'm like, I guess my bop days are over. I'll never do upbeat music ever again. Which is probably not true. That's probably a little much. A little hyperbolic. But maybe it's true. That'd be sad. That would be sad if that's the case. So I hope it's not. But until I start making more bops, then I guess I'll be putting out sadder, slower stuff. I feel a real pressure that I know is not ideal. Just mostly based off of yeah, thank you, Aruji. Yeah, speak of the devil. He says congrats on 4.7 million streams of Dancing Without Music on Spotify. Yeah, I think it's gonna hit 5 million within the next month or so. Actually, probably, yeah, definitely within the next month at the rate it's going, which is super cool. And that's it does, like, the million things they hit less hard. Like the first time that hit 1 million was really impactful. That was my first song that hit 1 million. And then 2 million was also cool. 3 million, like the dopamine hit you gets lower. But 5 million I think will be really cool. I hope. I don't know. Is that something I should hope for? Is that something I should really like look forward to? Like just numbers on Spotify? I don't know. I don't know if that's good for me to like be excited about. That's not really. I don't know. What do you guys think? But I feel like a lot of pressure in part because Dancing That Music has done so well. Not that it hit number 1 on any charts yet, but like now I've got other songs that are more in that vein, and I like really don't want them to. I want people to like them as much as I want them to be as good as Dancing That Music. But I guess I must not think that they're as good if I'm even saying this kind of stuff. This is my group therapy, apparently. Arushi says, it will, but your latest album is criminally underrated. Well, that I really appreciate you saying that. And Brian says it means people are loving you, and I appreciate that too. You guys are probably right. Like, I know that as long as I'm making stuff that I really like, then that's the most important thing. And it really does help me a lot, just even doing these live streams and stuff like that, and feeling connected to the audience. And for some reason, I'm crying right now. That's annoying. Like I said, I'm in a weird mood. Anyway, so I'm crying apparently. Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, just hearing, like, I'm very, very lucky to have the the audience that I do, even if it's I think especially for like certain songs that I feel like haven't gotten their fair shake. I think that's more an exercise in vanity than anything. I don't think that's necessarily very good for me when I think about that kind of stuff. But yeah, I don't know. This art stuff is tough, and this um I think part of what really has been bothering me lately is the insular lifestyle that well, I guess I'm half being forced into and half is just kind of that's I'm very introverted as a person, and between that and the world still being very much shut down and not being able to even do things like perform and stuff, which isn't I wasn't doing much performing, but I would before the lockdown, but my career's in a very different place. Like I've reached so many more people now than I had before all this craziness started, and like I really want to see I think I really want to see that in person, you know? Like I want to connect with people in real life. And I think that that's really having a toll on me. I mean, the fact that I'm crying just talking about it is probably an indicator. Arushi says, first listened to Dancing when it was at 500K. Sees over 4.8 million. There you go. Well, yeah, no, and I get that same feeling. Like when I find a song that I really like and I believe in. I'm trying to think of an example. Maybe, do you guys know? This isn't a great example, but do you guys know Astrid S? She's amazing. And she has a song called "It's Okay If You Forget Me." And the first time I heard it, I think it only had like less than 1 million spins or something, and I knew it was like that's gonna be one of her biggest songs, and now it's I think will go down as one of her best and is one of her top streamed songs and stuff. And so like yeah, I get that kind of feeling where you find something you're like, oh, this is gonna go, this is amazing. Not to call my own thing amazing. I just realized that's not really what I meant, but I think you get my grander point. Um, yeah, like I want to sing Better Days with an audience, you know? Yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling very alone. It blows. But here we are. The question mark will be do I leave this up on YouTube or do I sometimes when I do these streams, especially if I play covers, I don't know enough about how YouTube and stuff works for copyright stuff because when I play covers, I just perform them. My stuff gets copyright struck or something. I don't think it counts as a strike, but it gets like claimed maybe. Which actually no, that's not really the big deal. That's just something I've noticed. Sometimes on these streams, I'll like preview new songs and stuff, and I don't really want that out there so anyone can just hear it. So I'll just like private the stream afterwards, which some people have actually noticed. So that's nice that people are paying attention enough to notice. So now I wonder, is for this stream, will I leave this up after tonight, or will I make this private because I turned into a blubbering mess at the drop of a hat? I don't know. We'll see. We'll leave it up so people see the man behind the really sad songs. Brian says, your own thing is amazing and learning of you on the ground floor. Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Because, yeah, Brian, you first, it was that Halifax show with Jody and, I can't remember his name, Elijah. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, that was when you first were, joined the Burgess gang. But yeah, I mean, and it's so cool to have these relationships with the people who've been around for a while too. Like that's a really that's something I consider really special. So I don't know. Like life in general is complicated. Life in a big city without much connection to people and doing like a weird artist thing is tricky in its own way as well. Um, I know that I think I often over exaggerate how particular my experience in my life is. Like, I'm sure there's, in a lot of ways, I'm very lucky in the amount of pain that I experience and the amount of loneliness and stuff that I have. But I know that there's obviously people who are way worse off and people who are way better off. It kind of goes without saying. But I feel very much like I don't have a roadmap. Maybe maybe I shouldn't be live streaming. Maybe I should be writing a song about this. I've been in therapy for two years now. Almost, yeah, 2.5 years almost. And there are times when I think it's helped me a lot in my growing personally. But there are definitely times when I'm doing therapy, I'm like, should I be talking about this and talking it out and healing and growing, or should I just be writing songs and not healing and growing, but probably getting some really good songs out of these emotions and thoughts, and I don't know. It's hard to say. Arushi, you should look up my yeah. Yeah, well, I think you're right. It's like there is a beauty to not having a map. There's an absolute beauty to not having a map. But there is then with that lack of with that extra control also comes the responsibility. It's like, okay, well, you have to draw your own map, and that can be very daunting. Or at least I find it very daunting to have to draw my own map and figure everything out for myself in a way. And I know that my personality type is one that I probably put it a little bit too much on just myself, and that I don't think helps. But you're definitely right. There is a real beauty, and that's a choice that I made, and a choice I'm very happy with, to kind of go off the beaten path, at least to a degree. What was I gonna say? I had something to say for. Oh yeah, you should look up. It's okay if you forget me. Basically the same remix on YouTube. It's a remix I made of the song, but it's not even a remix. It's just I cut out some of the parts I didn't like. So you should check it out and let me know, because you actually, this is an experiment. So I'm really curious actually, because I've showed the song and my remix to people, and I haven't, like, my sample size is small and I don't actually know how people feel about the changes I made. But if you could go check out It's Okay If You Forget Me, basically the same remix, basically the same as all one word, and let me know if you like it more or less than the original song. I would really appreciate that. I think this is my 4th batch of water in the same tea bag. Would not advise. And you don't even need to listen to it like right now or right away or anything. Like, just whenever, if you think of it, and then let me know it if you like it or not. That'd be dope. It's basically just like drinking hot water at this point. It's not ideal. So yeah, it's an artist name I made up called Basically the Same, and I have a couple remixes uploaded, but they're not remixes. What I do is I just take songs that I hear like, what's it? Like do you remember I Did Something Bad by Taylor Swift? That song is so sick. But this often happens to me. Well, not often, but it happens to me enough that I've noticed that I'll hear songs and then they'll do something like, say, and I Did Something Bad, they do this drop after the first chorus. And I heard it and I was like, "That why is there a drop there? They shouldn't have done that. They should have done the chorus, then go back to the verse and skip the drop." And I'll notice things like that with songs. Mostly it's like arrangement choices of, oh, they shouldn't have put this space there, or they should have doubled up the pre-chorus or something. So in my basically the same remixes, I just take them and just move things around, or mostly it's just deleting things. So if you check out Basically the Same on YouTube, I've got I think 4 or 5 remixes up. Here, I'll see if I can find it and post the link in the chat. 1 second. Oh, shoot, here. Let me try something. I'm struggling. Okay, I can't make it work. But apparently it looks like Harushi got it. Okay, he got it anyways. All right, so you found it. There's 4 or 5 remixes up there. My Astrid S cover has 20 views. Not cover. Remix has 20 views, so I'm pretty much famous. I think that's how it works. I've been trying to learn a song that I've wanted to learn on piano for a long time, but I've avoided because it's actually like the way I learn most songs is I just listen to it. Yeah, now it's 21 views. Boom. The way that I learn most songs is I'll just listen to them, hear the chord progression, and then just play it. I'll just make up my own thing. And that, I won't lie, is not necessarily a great way to learn piano or play piano, because my piano playing often, I find, sounds very similar song to song. Like, I don't have a huge range of styles. And if you guys know the song Gravity by Sarah Bareilles, it's like this beautiful, amazing song, but her piano style is very different from mine. And I decided to sit down and actually kind of like try and learn her voicings and stuff. And oh, she's so good. And so I'm still in the process of playing it. And it is nice to I feel very comfortable in front of piano just playing songs because I've done it so much. But when I try and play her versions of chords, they're just that little bit like I don't have the muscle memory. I don't have the, but I really like it. So maybe I'll play that or what I've learned so far of it in a minute. It's really high, so it's probably gonna be a disaster. And Rusi says, I like it more than the original. Boom. Well, the key was, to me, is I took out all the, I don't want to say stupid parts, because I don't think that's fair to Astrid. Astrid, I'm a huge fan of her. But, like, the little, like, drop thing she does in It's Okay If You Forget Me just ruins the song, in my opinion. I can't listen to the original. It drives me nuts. It's not even a drop, whatever you'd call that. So I just snipped it out. I was like, this is a beautiful, amazingly written song, amazingly sung. Why are we breaking it? Why are we putting these really lame parts in the middle of it? Get rid of them. Let's just sing the song. That was my theory, at least. Now, my version has 21 views, And her version has 40, 50 million or something. So I think the numbers speak in my favor. So, like I said, I'm still trying to kind of figure this out. Something always leads me back. Oh, I can't see my keys. Back to you. It never takes too long. It never takes too long. No matter what I say or do, I still feel you here till the moment I'm gone. Have I heard Favorite Part of Me? I think I know that song, but I can't bring it to mind. Is it one of her better ones? Because I'll go back and listen again. You hold me without touch. You keep me without chains. I never wanted anything so much. Then what's the lyric? And to drown in your love, but not feel your rain. That's right. Let's set me free. Leave me be. I don't wanna fall another moment into your gravity. Here I am, and I stand so just like the way I'm supposed to be. But you're on to me and all over me. You love. Anyways, I don't know the song enough past that. I don't think. Not that I knew it enough up to that, but here we are. But I love those chord shapes. Like how nice. It's so jazzy. It's very, very jazzy. Which I think maybe is one of the reasons that, like, that song is a huge hit. And it's all over tons of TVs and movies and stuff. But I feel like that song could have been bigger if it wasn't so jazzy in the piano arrangement. If it was just, you know, something always leads me back to you. It never takes too long. And no matter what I say or do, I still feel you here till the moment I'm gone. Like, it's way less pretty, but to me that's just like, it's a little more poppy. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna sit here and school Sarah Bareilles on how to play the piano, but it has been really fun just messing around a little bit with her voicings as opposed to the ones that I just always play by default. I want to learn more piano. Like, I only know a couple songs of like proper piano playing, like that. If you guys know Turning Tables, amazing Adele song. That song, I feel pretty good about playing that song, and I feel like a real piano player. And that, like, even just playing that song, I think that's expanded the way that I then write music and the way that I play my renditions of my own songs or of other people's songs. But I want to do more of that, of like actually properly learning the way other people play piano. Maybe that should be a goal for me in 2022. Because if I don't do that, then I'll just always resort to these same chords that I always play. Same chords, same voicing, same movements. Which I guess, you know, it's not that, I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's, the piano chords matter, but It's the songs that matter more than that, but it's the kind of thing where probably doesn't hurt to try and expand yourselves beyond your current capacity in most things. And I think that piano for me is an area where I could definitely improve. So maybe I'll put more focus on that. That might be nice. Like, that's just nice, right? I keep on wondering if my stream has frozen because I keep all this stream has been just me sitting still, talking about my feelings, and so I keep worrying that my stream is frozen. But no, I'm just a statue today, apparently. Brian says, sounds delicious to me, and Rouge says, there's this playlist made by BRDGS on Spotify. Her acoustic versions are so insane because she's such a banana singer, right? Like, I'm always blown away by her. And it's, like, annoying. She's so good it's annoying. It's that kind of a... Singers like that really frustrate me. But what's the song I like by her? Paper Thin. That's one of my favorites, if not my favorite song by her, honestly. Paper Thin is so insane, and the acoustic version, because I think there is a fully produced version of Paper Thin, but I think I listened to it once and said, peace. Not into it, because the acoustic version is so nuts. Oh my god, it's so good. That's one I should learn. That's a good idea. I should learn Paper Thin on piano. Now, could I... Like, that's not an easy song to sing. That's another thing. She's one of those singers that, like, does the riffs and everything so well. Paper thin, paper thin, or whatever. I'm paper thin, paper. How does that song go? How does that go? I'm trying to hear the chords in my mind, and I can't. That doesn't sound right. I don't know. I'll have to sit down and figure that one out. But Paper Thin is definitely one of my favorite records / songs by Astrid. She's a legend. I saw her live in Toronto many years ago with one of my good friends. A good friend of mine from, like, when growing up in middle school and high school. That was a fun night. Going to see Astrid S. And who opened? Jasmine Thompson opened for her. If you guys know Jasmine Thompson, she used to do covers on YouTube, but now she's like got actually some slappers out on Spotify. Like, she's got songs that are not everyone. There's that golden era of YouTube covers in 2008 to 2000, probably 13 would be my guess. Where, like, some people were just killing it. Boyce Avenue and Kurt Hugo Snyder and Tyler guy. What was his name? Something. People were killing it with the acoustic covers. And I think that there is still a big market. Maybe I'm just not aware of it. But a lot of them have kind of went over into trying to make original songs as well. And not everyone made that jump. Which is fine. I mean, they're very different things, and being good at one does not make you good at the other. Like, I can't make acoustic covers for shit. But, yeah, Jasmine Thompson was really good. Boyce Avenue is great, hey? That guy can sing his ass off. I haven't heard of Annika Bennett. I should listen, though. When I see Annika, I think of Annika Wells. Do you know her? I have basically the same remix of it. Her song, Sad Song, she did with Millennium is really good. But the one I really, really like, I can't even remember the name of right now. What was the first song that Annika Wells did with Millennium? It's so nuts. I used to listen to it nonstop. Now I can't even remember it. I'm losing my mind. Yeah, if you want to sound jazzy on a piano, just play a basic chord progression and then throw in something like that. Everyone will think you know what you're doing. Why don't we sing? No, Now that I'm not really crying anymore. For now. Don't get cocky, because maybe I'll start crying again. I don't care. I'll do whatever I want. You can't tell me what to do. Yeah. What's a fun song to sing? I have not heard Permanent by Kygo. Is it dope? I'll definitely check it out. What up, Miranda? How's it going? That's what it is. What is it? Yeah, I'll check that out. I'm just gonna write it down. Today. Dope. That was Say Something. You remember that one? Anywhere and anywhere I would have followed you. Say something, I'm giving up on you. And I am feeling so small. These words right. I'm still learning to love, something like that. Just starting to crawl. Say something, I'm giving up on you. I'm sorry that I couldn't get to you. That was a song I was worried that I was ripping off when I wrote Dancing Without Music, I think. Because they do, there's clearly similarities between the two. Not that they're the only, I don't think they're more similar than really anything else, but for a while, I think, yeah, I'm remembering now. It was more the piano part. Because figuring out the piano for Dancing Without Music took some time. And for a while, I was really just like, kind of from the very first, which is like, well, yeah, you can't do that. I think that was originally how the first demo I think was kind of like that, which is just like you can't do that. That's a little too close. So it took me a while to figure out the right way to approach that without stepping on the toes of another song. Or as she says, that song makes me want to cry. Yeah, that song and that record are insane, and that's one of the few times where it annoys me a lot when like a song blows up and then they get someone really famous to get on the remix to make it blow up more. I usually hate it, but that I think is a great example of when that works, because I think that the version with Christina Aguilera is way better. I really, really love how they put that duet together. And yeah, that's a great example of a song that just cuts right through all the bullshit, doesn't it? It's so nuts. Brian says the way you did that was amazing. Thank you, Brian. And Aaron says, hey. Hey, Aaron. How you doing? Yeah, Say Something Such a Banana song. I think, when did that come out? That would have been 2013 or something. I have a weird memory of being, when I was in engineering school, was when that song came out. And I remember I was the treasurer of the student council or whatever it was called. And I was like helping organize one of the big events and driving back and forth with another member of the student council. And that song came on. And I remember she mentioned, she was like, wow, like I really love this song. And this was before, like I was writing and I had like done some good things, but I don't know. Whenever I think of that song, I think of that interaction and how touched she was by that song. And I think that's like, I don't know. What do you guys? There's something about hearing what other people really relate to. Maybe it's that like I really related to that song when I was in school in general, but especially when I was in engineering school. Like I did not really fit in. I didn't have really any friends, partly because I didn't take it seriously, as seriously as I should have, for sure. But I think I felt very separate from the rest of my classmates. There was, 50 or so of us in my engineering year, and I really felt like an outsider. But I think even maybe that's why. I just remember driving with I can't remember her name, but yeah, that just really stuck out as like a moment where I felt like I could kind of like connect with her, because I didn't really feel like I could connect with anyone in that program. But then hearing her say like how much she loved that song, and I was like, yeah, exactly, that's how I feel. I've never really thought about it that much. Like I said, I think about that interaction every time I hear the song, but I've never analyzed it. Maybe there's something there. Maybe that's the case. And Aaron, I'm doing not great, but I'm trying. Thank you for asking. We're here. We're trying our best. That's the motto, right? Just trying our best. Trying to keep smiles on our faces. Hopefully that was nice for the camera. I know that the visuals aren't great on this stream. It's probably dumb how I always just do, like I have the desktop. How do I signify that? As so much of the screen, because I used to do like production stuff, but really it's super dumb. Now, if I'm not actually using it, and then I just am restricting the actual stuff where things are going on to like this little corner of the screen, that's probably dumb, eh? Okay, I don't really have a super quick way to fix that without probably messing everything up, but I'm going to think of that in the future and have an easy fix for that. Urshi says, songs connect people. Just like the other day, I was bonding with someone over the Smiths. Exactly. I completely agree. I think that's can be an often overlooked element of songs and art in general. It's just so it does something really incredible that, well, as you can see, it's hard to put into words, but the way that you can feel united with someone, and that's something that I think a lot. Not to go too deep into like metaphysics and crazy, weird lines of thought, but like the ability that we as humans have to feel united. I think that's interesting, and I think that the way that music enables that is extremely interesting. And I think that that's something that we have a lot to learn about in the actual physics of how that works and how that's mediated and how that developed as an ability. And I would love to learn more about that. So if you guys know any resources where I can learn more about things like the economics of trust and things like that, and the history of shared intentionality, that would be great, because that's something that I'm really something I'm very, very interested in. Obligatory piano chord to break up the stream, so it's not just A rant, a nonstop rant forever. That's awesome. Your puppy has arrived. That's awesome, Aaron. I'm glad to hear it. What should we sing? I'm trying to think if there are any cool songs that I've written lately that I could sing. Ooh, can I show you guys a song? I might have already played this on this, even if I have. Nah, but then I'll have to private the stream, and I don't want to do that. Never mind. I'll show you guys next week. I've got a really cool one of my pop punk songs that I'm really happy with. It has a really cool bridge. But we don't need to worry about that now. I'll show that to you next week. But in the here and now, what can we do? What do you guys think? Do I happen to sell myself? I've thought about that. I really should. If I made vinyls, would you buy them? Because it's really expensive to get vinyl made, I found out. I actually looked into it pretty heavily about a year ago. And I just didn't. It was just too much money for me to invest at that time. And it's probably still too much money for me to invest even now. But maybe that would be a cool thing to do. Like, if there is demand for vinyl, then, like, I'd love to make it. And just as long as I don't lose too much money, I guess, because it is so expensive. But, because the other thing I wonder is, like, well, if I make vinyl, then I should probably just make the IE vinyl. Like, I don't think anyone really wants, I'm sure, well, some people definitely want Falling Apart on vinyl. But I think my focus would be on making IE, what are the records, I guess they call them. So maybe I'll do that. You've relit the spark in me, Miranda. Maybe that's a good idea. Worth looking into again for sure. And music has a way of communicating that words often fail. Yeah, I think, Brian, you're absolutely right. That's one of the amazing things about it, and one of the things that keeps me coming back. It's a very, like, cheesy, artsy, oh, I'm so misunderstood artist thing to say, but I do think that one of the things that draws me so much to songwriting is because I often have a lot of trouble expressing myself to people otherwise. So that's at least my theory. Miranda says, yeah, I splurged on the Sonos turntable set, and it finally arrived. Nice. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, well, I'll let you know if I end up making some vinyl, but that is good to know that there's at least one person who would buy it, because, well, more than zero. So I'll keep you up to date on that, Miranda. And Owanagan has entered the chat. What's up? You're coming in near the end, but it is great to see you nonetheless. Always great to see you. Ooh, that's nice. You guys like that? Ooh, that's heat. No, you need that low octave. If I can sing San Diego over that. I left my heart in San Diego. No. That's too greasy. Yeah, no. All right. Abort mission. But maybe we can play normal San Diego. I left my heart in San Diego. Man, this song's so hard to sing because it's so low and then it goes so high, and I can't. My low range, I just don't have that control that I have in my mid and high range. It does kind of sound like, yeah, it does kind of sound Disney-ish, doesn't it? I left my heart in San Diego. Your sister is the MVP. And I'm never gonna get it back. We lit the spark that burned the candle. that was wrong. I was young, I was dumb, she was beautiful. In the SoCal summer we were drunk on paradise. Something about easy love, it's not unusual. Tried to take things slow, but we just ran out of time. I'm not up to singing that pre-chorus right now. Yeah, that's a tough sing, and I'm not in the right headspace. I think it's not even that I'm like not in the right headspace to do it. I'm just not in the right headspace to fuck it up and then beat myself up about it. Life. We'll do my signature song. Life is hard. That's a good song. Life is hard. Copyright Bridges 2022. Arushi says San Diego's the first Bridges song I heard. Boom. That's awesome. I'm very grateful for how that song continued. That's going to hit 2 million streams in the next couple months. That's crazy. It's crazy to me. And it's so awesome that so many people dig that one. And yeah, very, very grateful that that ended up working. It's better than I thought it would too, so that's awesome. And maybe someday I'll really figure out how to nail that pre-chorus. It's just too hard to sing. I don't know what I was thinking. It's so hard. I'd love to hear Astrid S sing it. She could nail it. I know that. Because she's not a human being. She's not of this species. Unfortunately for me, I'm but a mere... that's so cheesy. A mere mortal. But it's kind of true, so maybe it's not cheesy. I will remind you guys, if you can, it does make a big difference, I think, if you hit the like button. And if you subscribe too, I think that makes a difference. Though I think you're all subscribed. And if you're not, no pressure. It's all good. Man. Yeah, no, I hope you guys are having a good start to your year so far. I'm personally not. Not to put too much negative energy. I'm trying not to be negative. I find it very difficult to stay positive sometimes. Now is one of those times. And if I start I'm going to start crying again. And Owanagan's back listening to Let Each Other Go, so he's probably they're probably in a similar spot. It's just tough sometimes, and that's one of the reasons we have each other, right? Because sometimes life gets lonely and life gets sad for no reason or for good reason, and either is tough. And I haven't heard 4 or 5 Seconds cover by Astrid S, but I'll check that out. That's definitely something that interests me. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a better start to your year than I am, and I hope that mine, just even just my headspace sorts itself out. And definitely talking about it, even if it's just to semi-strangers over the internet, that helps. And having this kind of relationship with you guys that I'm lucky to have I don't think it's a small thing. It's not something that I take for granted. I know that definitely is a bright spot for me when sometimes. Yeah, I'd recommend you listen to Better Days by Bridges. Yeah, maybe I should. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, that's a good one. But anyways, all that's to say, I think we're gonna call that a stream for tonight. But I hope I wasn't too much of a bummer here this week. I'm trying to stay positive, and I really hope that by next week I will be not feeling down. Maybe that's all I'll say about it for right now. I appreciate you guys so much, and I hope I'll see you all again next week. Same time, same place. And yeah, Oh, if you've got ideas for, we still need lots of lyrics for the Piano Man interpolation, because we're going to start every stream with Piano Man, but I need like the parody lyrics. I think it's going to be, I think the end has to be, cause we're all in the mood for a silly stream, and you got us hitting that like. So I think that'll be the end. But if you guys got ideas for lyrics that we can put in the verses and stuff, I know it's gonna start. It's 7:30 on a Wednesday. The regular crowd logs in, maybe something like that. But yeah, oh, Wanigan and Miranda, you guys are awesome. Much love to both of you. But yeah, that so send me lyric suggestions for the Piano Man parody. And otherwise, I'll talk to you guys all next week, maybe with some new music to share. And singing the wrong lyrics. It's the Bridges Man. You know what? That's going in. That's fucking sick. I love that. Okay, singing the wrong lyrics is the Bridges Man. You're not wrong. You're definitely right about that. Okay. Let's hope in the next week and in the coming year, we will all grow stronger and wiser and kinder. Is those the three? Stronger, wiser, kinder? Something like that. Cool, guys. All right. I will see you. Oh, it's not this. Okay. I will see you next week. Until then.